So this collective, whoever this message is for, are currently struggling with the devil energy. So there's definitely this element of needing to let go or needing to release something that's holding you back or keeping you trapped in your current 3D reality. So let's go through it card by card. I've already pulled a few clarifiers. As always, my DMs are open. Please do drop me a message if you want to talk about it any further. Let's begin. The first card that comes out is the Nine of Swords. So I see this collective keeping themselves trapped in their head. They're either ruminating over thoughts or they're struggling to release thoughts that are basically holding them back. It's taking your energy away from you. You might be having sleepless nights about these thoughts, but ultimately this is something that's weighing really heavy on your mind. And the clarity for this card was the Six of Cups. So I see this as not necessarily you worrying about your energy expenditure, but there's almost two different points with this card. It feels like you're worrying about either where you've spent your energy or the time wasted or the time you've lost in chasing a goal, chasing a person, chasing a promotion, for example. And the other side of it is worrying about what somebody else is doing with their energy, what somebody else is chasing, what somebody else is going after. So it might be quite split for this collective, but there's definitely this element of wondering where this energy expenditure's gone, or why did I spend so long in that situation? Why did I spend so long trying to sort X, Y, and Z when I should have been focused on A, B, and C, for example? But I also feel like it's confirming that there are concerns over who's going to support us or who's going to return energy to us. It's almost that whole, when the world turns against me, who do I have? Who's truly there to support me, uplift me, and ultimately get me back on track? The Devil is the card that follows, and I see this as being somebody who is dealing with this devil energy. There's either an element of addiction or being obsessed about a goal or a vision or a thought, for example. But because we've got the Nine of Swords here as the first card, with the devil following, I truly see this as being almost like an obsessive energy over these thoughts. It's almost as if you're struggling to let them go because you're so focused on them and you're so in your head at this time that you're struggling to release any burdens or escape this devil energy. Now, the devil energy has two people who are chained together and they could quite easily remove these chains off themselves. It's just about accepting the guidance, accepting the light, and realizing that although this thing may feel like it's weighing you down, it truly has no power over you. And it really is about using your mind, using your healing, and doing the shadow work so that you can move forward through whatever this devil energy is. The Three of Pentacles comes out to clarify the devil, and there's almost a reluctancy or maybe even an obsession here about learning something new. I always see this card as being the card of learning something new or stepping up to the plate, for example. So make sure that you're not afraid to learn new things, or you're not afraid to step up to the plate and take that calculated risk, for example. And I'm not telling you to spend all of your life savings and move yourself halfway across the world, for example, but think about the things that you're doing and take those calculated risks. It's really safe right now to move and create movement in the 3D reality. You've just got to have trust and confidence in yourself and the universe that that is the direction that you're meant to head in. So make sure you are embracing your intuition at this time and you're heavily using your discernment as well. The Six of Pentacles is the next card. So I see this collective reviewing their energy expenditure. So similar to the Six of Cups at the start of the reading, which clarified the Nine of Swords, this is reviewing how you spend your energy, how you spend your time, what goals are you going after, who are you giving your energy to, what places are you spending a lot of time in, for example. And I just make sure that you're finding that balance in all areas of your life and you're not somebody who's continuing to just give. You're finding that balance there with the scales on how to shed your light whilst keeping your energy to yourself, or whilst protecting your energy so that people don't siphon that energy and become almost energetic vampires to you because they just want to feed off your light and feed off the things that you give to them. So make sure you're spending time with people and in places that do uplift you, and you're finding that balance, and we're not being all work or all play, for example. It really is a good time to review how we're spending our time and how much time we're giving to certain situations compared to the situations that we probably should be spending more time on, or the ones that we want to spend more time on, for example. The moon follows the Six of Pentacles, and it is clarified by the High Priestess, and I see this confirming to you that there is a need for shadow work to basically be done. You need to go on your healing journey, learn to heal your emotions, and find that confidence and beauty within yourself. You need to shine in the dark just the same way that the moon would. So even when the earth falls dark, or obviously I know it's sunny in parts when the moon's in other parts, but as those parts of the earth fall dark, the moon manages to find its light, and it manages to shine its light upon those dark areas. So definitely make sure that you're finding the light and you're seeing the goodness and the value in the journey that needs to be had. I'm watching this lobster and I'm looking at this path that's going off into the distance under the moonlight, and I'm actually seeing you as this lobster. You might feel like you've got a very long way to go, you're only at the very start of your journey, but it's really important that you actually embrace that journey now and you start taking those steps towards a more healed version of yourself, or a more aligned and enlightened version of yourself. And the High Priestess asks you to find balance in the current reality. So again, going back to the Six of Pentacles, make sure that you are spending time with people who uplift you and recharge your energy. And it's not just about you uplifting other people or giving your all to someone who you get nothing back from, for example. The High Priestess is also anchored down by the moon, so I definitely make sure that you're grounding yourself at this time, you're protecting your energy, and again, it's that yin and yang, black and white energy, so finding that balance within your reality and within yourself and your own energies, so that you've got enough energy for yourself so that you can focus on moving forward towards your goals, for example. The next card that follows is the Ten of Wands, and it's clarified by the Knight of Swords. So I actually see this collective as struggling, or has been struggling, to see a way forward. They've been struggling to let go of their burdens. There's something here that's really been holding this collective back in the current 3D reality, and it is clarified here by the Knight of Swords. So I see this quickly changing. I think once you embrace this transformational journey, once you start to find that balance within yourself and your 3D reality, naturally emotions, innovative ideas, for example, things are going to start moving in quite quickly. But in order for those things to start coming in, you need to start letting things go. So make sure you are seeing the benefit to a journey, or you're seeing the positives to a situation. I'm very much a toxic positive person who always tries to find the silver lining. So just make sure you are finding the silver lining, and you're continuing to practice gratitude as well, so that you can release these burdens, acknowledge what's going so well in your life, and then move forward with confidence to the things that feel a lot warmer and they feel like they're going to nurture you much more. The Knight of Cups follows, and I see this as basically a transformation in terms of your emotions. So you're going to embark on a journey with your cup, with your emotions, and it's about aligning with people and places who authentically align with us. So we're not trying to be somebody different at work compared to somebody different at home, compared to somebody who's different with their family and friends, for example. It's about always maintaining that version of you and knowing who you truly are at heart. And of course, everybody receives different versions of us, but make sure that you're holding on to your moral standing, for example, or your views on things. Don't bend so quickly to please other people. Make sure that you're moving forward with confidence in yourself. And it's 8:08 as I say that on the timer. The final card was the Page of Swords, and it's clarified by the Four of Wands. So I see this collective it's basically starting a beautiful journey. There's something here that needs to be nourished, and it needs time and attention given to it so that it can develop from the Page of Swords into a King of Swords, for example. And there are lots of things to celebrate here with the Four of Wands. So make sure, again, you are practicing gratitude. You're acknowledging that although things might feel rubbish, or you've not got A, B, and C, X, Y, and Z are going really well, and I'm really happy with the support I have from my family, or I'm grateful that I'm able to go to work to earn money, for example. So just make sure that you are practicing daily gratitude, and you are moving forward with any intuitive hits you get in terms of moving to a different path, or putting your energy into a new project or new idea, for example. But make sure that you are trying to remain as positive as possible. I know it's really hard and it can be very deflating, but just try and maintain that really nice high vibration that you're currently on. Please do drop me a comment and let me know if this reading resonated. I'd also appreciate if you could drop me a follow, because it helps these readings reach a wider collective, and I'll see you on the next one.